Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Welcome back to our podcast and discuss with us. And with me, Ega as a host and my partner.
I'm Sri as a co-host.
And on this special day, I would like to discuss and share ideas about ICT in education, right?
Yes, especially the effect of accessing ICT in education. Right?
Okay, but we are not only a couple of us here, and
really?
it is also completed by the excellent speaker.
Okay, who is she?
So, ladies and gentlemen, allow me to introduce our speaker today. He is a lecturer, a musician, of course.
And then the master of ICT
Of
in
course.
UIN Sunan Gunung Jati Bandung.
Okay, I don't want to take too much your time. Please welcome Mr. Denny Sulaiman. Okay, sir. Today we would like to discuss ICT in education and
Okay.
especially assessing the effect of ICT in education.
Nice, that's a nice idea.
Okay. By the way, how are you today, Mr. Denny?
I am great, thank you. What about you?
I'm
I'm
also
good.
good. How about Mrs. Sri?
Yes, I'm good. I just arrived last night from Tasikmalaya, and how about you?
Yeah, me too. I'm from Cirebon.
Okay, you are from Cirebon, Sri from Tasikmalaya. You are from East, okay, in the position of Bandung. Thank you for coming to our campus here.
Most pleasure.
Yeah.
Yes, my pleasure, sir.
Okay, well, sir, before talk about ICT in education, please tell me about ICT. What do you think about ICT?
Yeah, as we discussed before, that ICT has many perspectives. One of them is the way. ICT is the way we have to learn in this modern era, and that as the subject. So we are here as the subject of ICT, and we are doing ICT as the way of ICT. And you know, after the pandemic era, I think ICT is grow significantly, and so that's we have the subject of ICT probably in undergraduate, also in postgraduate.
Okay, that was great. How about you, Mrs. Sri? What do you think about
Okay,
ICT?
for me, ICT stands for Information and Technology. It refers to the use of digital technology to access, to process, and communicate the information. That's right.
Okay, that was great. There are so many benefits about ICT,
Yeah.
right? To supporting our learning
Sure.
and etc. Okay, guys. To get more information about ICT, we have a video to you. Please watching.
I've been thinking about something. We have so many cool gadgets nowadays, iPads and laptops and smart mobile phones. So how come we can hardly ever use them at school? Who decides that we, the people who are supposed to learn, can't even use the tools we're most comfortable with? Use of these gadgets is abbreviated to ICT, Information and Communication Technology. In fact, many people believe that children learn much better by using ICT, but many local authorities struggle to provide their students with this. The problem is not the actual hardware, the schools are full of it. The problem is how to use ICT smartly to improve learning. But why is better learning important? Well, Norwegians like to think they are the best. However, the truth is that even though Norway spends more money on schools than most countries, Norwegian students score average on international PISA and TIMSS tests. Why is it like that? And what are the consequences? Norway currently makes a good living from its oil. However, it could all be gone by as soon as 2030. People say that after the oil, we will live off knowledge. As far as I can see, this means that more of us will have to get a good education. But with so many of our young people dropping out of high school, can we really claim that we're on the right path to become a knowledge-based society? It doesn't look like it. Are we just expecting our students to suddenly realize that they are the nation's future and get their act together? Or should we try to make schools more relevant and motivating for students so that this happens naturally? If more students learn better, would that possibly motivate them to continue and not drop out of high school? Wouldn't that actually help to create a knowledge-based society? Okay, if we agree that society benefits from improved learning, how do we reach this goal? Well, then we're back to the gadgets. I believe it would be smart to take advantage of students' interest in ICT. Computers can teach us to learn things in different ways. And they also make learning advanced concepts easier if that's what you want. Imagine, instead of reading about DNA molecules and cramming in facts you don't really understand, why not visualize, simulate, and animate the DNA molecule? Wouldn't this make school more exciting if you actually understand what you learn? How about math? Wouldn't learning improve if formulas were brought to life using dynamic graphs, rather than struggling with cryptic X's and Y's? And how about other subjects? Would it inspire us to have all the information in the world at our fingertips, just a few mouse clicks away? I think it would. I feel excited just thinking about it. So what's holding us back? Well, ICT is a part of the curriculum as the 5th basic skill. That's a good start. But the curriculum itself is no guarantee, because nothing happens to those who don't follow it accurately. Therefore, it's probably more important to get the actual teachers into the idea of using ICT in their lessons. Could increased use of ICT in teacher training encourage teachers to use ICT in their own lessons? And what if they were given the time and resources to keep their ICT knowledge up to date? Wouldn't that pave the way for smarter use of ICT in education? Could we, by using ICT smartly, improve learning, motivation, and then results? If we could do that, wouldn't we be better suited to create the knowledge-based Norway of the future?
Okay, guys, that is about ICT. And what do you think about it, Mrs. Ri?
I think it's interesting because we have some example about the importance assessing ICT in education.
Of course. That is, I hope you guys to get more information about ICT that from video. Okay, then let's focus on assessing the effect of ICT in education through the case study. And we're going to take some examples from some countries. There are United States, Hong Kong, European Union, Korea, and Europe. Okay, first of all, let's see about the case study. The first one is how the assessing technological literacies. What do you think about it, Mr. Sri?
Okay, the first topic is about assessing new technological literacy by Eddie Quilmos in 2006. The context of the case study in the United States suggests that technology evaluation must take into account the literacy needs to a new technology and consider the way in which technology can affect teaching and learning activities, I think. For example, next slide maybe.
Okay.
Yes, as we can see in the framework of the research that ICT have the importance thing and then using some strategy to enrich the goal in education. I think that.
Okay, that was
Okay.
great.
How about you? Is there any opinion?
There is. I see new technological is really crucial, and there are so many benefits to more effective and efficient to learning and to find more information. Right? How about you, Mr. Lady?
Yeah, new technology, new literacy. I think this is why we have to upgrade, okay, our education because something new will be learned in a formal education like elementary school, junior high school, undergraduate, and then postgraduate. Because innovation will be exist everlasting. Okay, every era, every new academic, we have the new information. So in our formal education, we learn about something new. Although this is hard, Ega or Sri, or for the teachers to adapt the new technology.
Yes.
Because teachers will educate or teach the material, but the method will be changed. Okay, the method. Like in the past, probably you learned in the way of board marker, and then projector like PowerPoint. But now this is different. We have this big screen,
Yes.
and then you just plug the HDMI. That is the new literacy, new technology. So we have to adapt, and this adaptation will exist in school or university. That's why we have to adapt the new technology in our formal education so that the teachers will easily adapt the new technology.
Okay, that was great. I think so. How about you?
Yes, I agree. And then next slide, I will give you some example, Ega, please.
Okay.
I was amazing that in the United States in 2006, sir, they are apply the ICT in the classroom. Yes, for example, they have some lesson and then the student research by using the technology to complete their task. That's so amazing in 2006 in Indonesia.
Yeah.
I
This
just
is
only
so far from the pandemic era, 2006.
2006. Yes. Okay.
Okay, that was great. Okay, thank you so much, Mrs. Ray and Mr. Reddy. Okay, guys, let's move on in the second topic. We talk about the policy. What do you think? What's the impact about ICT in education?
Yes,
Mrs. Ray, please.
based on case study in Hong Kong in 2009 by, wait a second, this is, I try to spell it, Nancy Low and Yong Lee in Hong Kong Yuan, yes, forgive me if I have a mistake. In the case study in Hong Kong, use of ICT in education have a significant impact for education. Maybe the next slide we can see the impact. Or yes, the impact of government policy on the use of technology in education. There are ICT and policy planning are good, and then infrastructure and connectivity are facilitated by government, and then teacher the professional development are grow up, and then curriculum and assessment is applied in many field of education.
Okay, interesting point. What's yours about?
Okay, let's discuss one by one. This is very nice. The first is ICT policy and planning. Although we have the different institution here,
Yes.
Sri and then Ega and then me. You are from school or informal education, Ega. ICT about policy. Okay, policy would be decided by the government, and it depends on how the government decides the ICT for us in formal education like elementary school, junior high school, and then senior high school. Whether in university level, I think the adaptation will be easily because the curriculum will be evaluated every semester. So the new subject, or we have to erase, or we have to add the new subject is easy. But I don't know whether in formal or informal education like the curriculum and assessment, I think this is not easy for elementary school, junior high school, senior high school to adapt the new technology or ICT for the school because they have to think well, to have the good preparation to insert about ICT or whether this is the way or the subject. And I don't know whether in informal education or formal education, based on your experience, what do you think, Ega or Sri, in formal or informal education, about ICT? Is it easy to insert the subject?
Okay, that is. I guess that is easy because
Easy, okay.
informal, we create ourselves.
You
the
create
curriculum
yourself
or
for
assessment.
informal
Of
education.
course.
Yes.
How about formal
And
education?
in a formal education, especially in school, I think that will be make a teacher being creative to using ICT in education. I think the teacher professional development will be reached by all the teacher if we using ICT in education, maybe.
Okay,
That's
so
my
the,
opinion.
the teacher professional development would be involved in something like seminar,
Yes,
workshop.
webinar, for example,
Okay.
yes, like
So
that.
we have to invite the teachers to be actively it get involved in seminar workshop because technology ICT will be engaged in those activities.
Yes, and then technology is growing up, sir.
Growing up significantly.
Okay, I guess policy is really affected, right?
And
Of
important,
education,
yes,
important
important
and
in
really
education.
affected the quality of education, the quality of students and teachers, of course, and all about the system in education.
You are
I
right.
guess.
Yes,
For
that's
example,
right.
in Indonesia, Indonesia use Merdeka Belajar, right? Merdeka Belajar or independence curriculum. I guess it is better for me. It is
Okay.
really better. I guess it's capable and to implement it in Indonesia. Like that. Okay. Anything else to say about policy? Mrs.
Yeah, Merdeka Belajar is one of the policies, right, by our ministry, our minister, but whether not all teachers can adapt easily, right?
Okay.
So
Yes,
you
that's
are in the zillennial era, you have to market well to socialize about the Merdeka Belajar, so the students or the teachers can develop based on their fashion.
Okay.
Based on their passion and fashion.
And then gain the students' special needs. Yes, that's right, sir.
Okay, that was great. Okay, guys. Well, talking about policy, and it is really important too about indicators, especially indicators on ICT in primary, secondary education. What do you think about it, Mrs. Wu?
Yes, I have some case study. This is in 2009, and then in European Union by William Pilgrim. Yes, maybe the next slide, please. Yes, as we can see, sir, there are so many indicators that impact education by ICT. In the context of European Union case study demonstrate that there is a need to have clear indicators to evaluate the use of ICT in primary and secondary school or education. The indicators are connected to each other. For example, there are curriculum and content, and then we have school leadership, and also the teacher training are very important to gain ICT of education. And then in school, of course, there have to infrastructure, the facilities are completed. And then the last is students' knowledge. Student knowledge,
Of course.
yes, will be connected.
Okay, the indicators must be considered because the indicators have to adapt to the context of education itself and adapt to the policies, and everything is related each other.
Yes.
I guess. What do you think about it, Mrs.?
Okay, should we take a break before discussing about ICT, about this picture?
Okay. I agree also.
I mean,
Yes.
will
Have to
you sing a song?
Okay, that's a
Okay.
good idea, sir.
Okay, talent team, do you have any guitar in our room?
Yes,
Yes,
of course.
Yes.
we have.
Of
Okay,
course.
so
We already
we
have.
will be
Okay.
taking a break.
Okay, guys. After this, we might to take a break, and we will be continue after this. Saying I love you is not the words I want to hear from you. It's not that I want you, not to say that if you only knew how easy it would be to show me
more
Okay, that is more than words song. That is really good.
For us as language learners, more than words means phrases, sentences. There's more than words. It could be
Yeah,
phrase.
that is
It
the
could be
phrase,
sentences. Yeah, more than words.
More than
Nice
words.
song.
Okay,
I cannot speak
speechless.
about that. Yes.
Okay, guys, let's we next about our topic about indicators. Indicators. What do you think about indicators, Mr. Dedi?
Well, I think I agree with this picture. The first, let's see, curriculum and content. The first line is school leadership. I think leadership is, less in our focus in curriculum or in school because we focus on subject, but less for leadership. I do agree with leadership because the school leadership or our teachers' leadership, I think it influences many aspects in school. So whether you are teachers, you don't have any leadership skill to be a leader or for leadership in school, but we need like a seminar or a workshop related to leadership because there is no school, there is no subject to be a leader, but you need leadership. Whether it can be applied in your teaching, you are the leader in your classroom, right? And then when you are elected as the headmaster, for example, you need leadership. So I think this is a good point for us to upgrade, to increase our skill in leadership. And then so the teacher training, we are in the faculty of teacher training. I think this is nice, this is good, because that is training. To be a teacher, we need training. Training is one of the skill, not knowledge. To be a teacher, to be a good teacher, will be trained. Will be trained based on problems in content, in method, or in all aspect in pedagogical practice. That is
Yes, I agree.
Really interested. Okay, anything else about indicators, Mrs. Wu?
Yes, I think the leader of the school institution, for example, will have an important
Okay, that's right.
to make a policy about that. Yes, I think I agree with you.
Okay, that is. Okay, talking about policy or indicators, we want to know what are the impact of the use of technology in education on student learning outcomes.
Yes.
What do you think
next,
about
the impact? The impact.
Okay,
Yes.
who's first? Sri first or me? Okay, Sri first would be better.
it? Okay, Mrs. Suri, please.
About this case study?
Okay.
Okay.
Yes, maybe the next slide we can see the school learning outcome. Yes, in this research in 2009, South Korea, by forgive me if I have a wrong spell, Hook Ho and Myung Hae. Do you like Korea?
That's correct, Sri. That's
Yes.
correct.
Okay, there are some impact for school learning outcome, sir. The first one is improve student engagement.
Okay, that's
Yes, and then it will increase access to learning research. The third, enhance learning outcomes. And then the fourth, improve teacher performance. And then the five is enhance school management. Yes, I think the impact of ICT in education, I think it's a positive way to use ICT in education based on Korea case study.
Okay, that was really great. How about you, Mr.
Yeah, as we are in Islamic University, I think we have another aspect, Ega, Sri. Besides, we know that it can improve student engagement, increase access to learning resources because YouTube and Google and our website provide almost all we need, okay? That is the resources. And then enhance learning outcome, that's right, improve teacher performance as you are here, and then enhance school management. There is one thing I think this is we have to discuss about the deeds behavior. In Islamic way, we have akhlaq. I think the improvement, the development of ICT is correct, is right. But for us who learn religious studies, religion, we lack something. Sri or Ega, what do you think? I mean, for me, as teachers, as lecturers, I think there is the lackness of behavior or akhlaq. How could we balance our ICT improvement and akhlaq? I think we are in Islamic University. We have to make it balance between the advancement of ICT and akhlaqul karimah.
Yes.
That is our homework, Ega and
Yeah,
Sri,
of course.
because I think as teachers we know our students outside there, because the advancement of ICT, they play game almost
all the time.
all the times, all night day.
All
And-
day.
Yeah, all day,
Okay.
almost all day, and then we are worried about this condition. I think we can discuss about ICT, the improvement, the advancement, but we lack something because we are teachers. We have to improve also the ethic and then the norms and akhlaqul karimah. Do you think so, Iga?
Yes, I think so, sir. Because it is teacher's responsibility.
That's right.
Because teacher is not only teach but also
Sure.
educate, right? About akhlaq, about the character of the students, like that. And we as the teacher have to engage the students,
That's
and we have to know about the method to educate the students,
Yeah,
like that.
that's right.
How about you?
Yes,
Mrs.
I
Ray?
think you have already opened my mind, sir, because I have just one title, for example, for some research, the effect of ICT in manner for students.
Manner,
Yes.
yeah, but manner.
Yes.
I mean, do you want to write an article about ICT and manner?
Yes, maybe like that.
Okay, that's good idea because you know we are teachers and we have the responsibility.
Okay, what do you think about it, Mr. Dedi?
Well, yeah, that is our skill. Although we have now about the previous slides, this is the positive of ICT, but it has the new editorial, the new diction, improving literacy and numeracy skill, enhancing creativity and collaboration. I think that is why we learn as the students, although we have the same ideas, the same notion, we have to write it, we have to create in different ways. Like this, we have the 5 elements. I have one thing to discuss about enhancing creativity and collaboration. Well, collaboration is one decision, the trend for today's learning, because collaboration would have connects, okay? Connect about one elements to others. Like, you know, the innovation like Gojek or Grab or Tokopedia, Bukalapak, this is collaboration. We have connect the application, Google Map, and then banks, and then driver. That is collaboration. I have ever asked to the student in undergraduate, Ega, Sri, I asked them, how many motorcycle does Gojek have? And then they count, how many million share, how many thousand, wrong. Because they don't have any motorcycle, right? They don't have any cars. How many driver they don't have, like Tokopedia or Bukalapak, how many shop they have? They count, no. They do not have any store. Because that is collaboration. Collaboration, Tokopedia is the application, Gojek is an application. They connect the driver, the car, the motorcycle, the payment, and they have money based on the collaboration. They do not have Google Maps, but that is Google Maps. They connect, okay? The driver, Google Map, and then payment, that is collaboration. I think We have here the cameraman, the scriptwriter, the host, and then we are the keynote speaker. This is collaboration. How to edit the video, how to make a picture in Canva, for example. That is collaboration. We cannot be smart personally, but now this is the time to collaborate. That is Ega.
Okay, that is really interesting, right? About the impact of technology. Anything else to say something, Mrs. Sri?
This is the last session, all right?
Not the last session.
Yes.
We have.
Okay. Well,
you have to
it's-
summarize it.
It is really effective and really works to increase them to motivated learning in the classroom.
Okay.
And also supported the students' learning style, like kinesthetic or audio-visual, auditory, and etc. Like
Okay.
that. Okay. Well, the last question is, Mr. Dedi. Do you have a suggestion for education in Indonesia?
Well, because you have the example from Korea, from Hong Kong, from United States and Europe, I think this is the time for us to see the advanced countries, and then we can adapt based on our culture.
Yes.
Sri and Ega, I think this is Indonesia. We have the various culture from the metropolitan like Jakarta and then remote area in our Indonesia in some places, so we can adapt based on our culture and our place. This is our task. This is our responsibility to adapt the new technology for Indonesia.
Of course, that is really important. Okay, I will conclude our discussion today, and that the use of ICT in education has so many positive impact to teaching and learning in every country, like that. And the last slide, the use of ICT in education can provide great benefits if properly managed and paid close attention to at every stage its implementation, like that. Okay, anything else to say something, Mrs. Ray?
Yes, one last statement for me. I hope you believe that assessing ICT in education is important, because I do believe of that, yeah. I hope our education in Indonesia will be improved by using ICT in our education. I think that's...
Okay, anything else, Ma'am?
Yes, I hope that many teachers or readers, listeners will see and focus to our information about ICT and how to assess ICT, and I hope also Indonesia can improve the ICT. We can hope that Indonesia Emas in 2045 will be reached correctly, and we will lead or we will be the same like advanced countries.
Yes,
Ega and
amin.
Sri.
Amin.
Okay, thank you so much, Mrs. Sri and Mr. Dedi.
Thank
It's
you.
really enjoyed our discussion today. Okay, guys, I hope all of you can get the insight of this podcast and discuss with us, and to improve your knowledge, your critical thinking, and etc. Okay, I think that's all for us, and we close. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Thank you.